This winter is going to be tough. Soaring energy bills, rampant inflation, supply chain problems and trying to deal with the financial effects of a global pandemic that has seen 400 billion quid's worth of government borrowing which we're going to have to pay back via higher taxes. So, yes, life for many is going to be pretty damn difficult. But it makes my blood boil to hear those scaremongers, who'll use any excuse to trash Boris, Brexit and the government, ramping up the fear, screaming that we're hurtling towards another winter of discontent and trying to compare what's happening now to what happened back in 1978-1979. It's hysterical rubbish designed to frighten the tripe out of people which in turn will make them panic buy and will cause shortages that wouldn't exist if people shopped normally. What's happening now isn't even close to what happened in '78. Back then there were 2,000 public and private sector strikes, rubbish was piled 20 feet high in the streets, lorry drivers were on strike, as were teachers, dinner ladies, caretakers and gravediggers. The bereaved had to leave the dead bodies of their loved ones in empty warehouses because there was no one to bury them. There were blackouts, pub closures, and people couldn't heat their homes. And those moaning now about the odd empty supermarket shelf and the fact they can't get strawberries or truffle cheese should look at photographs of get up at dawn every day to queue for whatever scraps the shops had. Labour was in power but they weren't running the country, the unions were. And it was hell. So no, that's not what's happening here. Yes, energy bills are going to cost hundreds more a year and that's terrifying for low-income families. It's terrifying for us all. But there was always going to be some disruption after the global pandemic, we just didn't know what form it would take. Now we do. Britain has been asleep for 18 months, millions haven't worked and the economy's been stagnant. Now, not just Britain, but economies all over the world are opening up after COVID lockdowns, hence the global gas demand and rocketing prices. But as hard as it will be temporary, as will the supply problems. Businesses will get their acts together and employ more people, on decent wages. The petrol crisis is already easing for many. People won't starve. Many of you reading this will have seen and lived through much worse. And you'll already know this gritty little nation is capable of dealing with whatever's thrown at us. But what's not helping is the idiots, who seem to take a grotesque delight in what's happening and scream, "The end is nigh," every 5 minutes. It really doesn't help. Yes, we need to fasten our seatbelts because it's going to be a bumpy ride. But we'll get through it.